Hey guys, today we will be looking at Hasbro's Fan First Friday reveals for the Black Series. We'll be looking at new molds for various figures. We will be looking at a character from my Clone Trooper wishlist that actually came true, and a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive figure is coming to the 40th anniversary wave of Empire Strikes Back. All this and more coming up. So the first reveal during the Fan First Fridays live stream is a new Imperial Stormtrooper. This is a brand new mold from the old one that only has single jointed elbows. I'm not really sure if the original one had single or double jointed, but this is a new mold, and they did announce that it would be their definitive Stormtrooper mold from now on. And they also said it's based off of the Remnant Stormtrooper from Mandalorian and the Stormtrooper from Rogue One. I gotta say, it does look very good, and it looks, I do think the helmet looks more proportioned to an actual Stormtrooper than the normal Black Series one. But I do have to wonder if this is the mold for the Carbonized Stormtrooper coming out this summer, or if it is the old mold or not. So the next reveal coming in is the Kamino Clone Trooper, and I do have to say this figure looks really good. It is a brand new mold all the way down, and I gotta say it uses single jointed elbows now, which is a little weird because the original ones used double jointed elbows, and it did have some problem with that and getting in the way of articulation, but it still hit that 90 degrees. And with single jointed elbows, I don't think you're gonna get a whole lot farther than 90 degrees. And I'm just confused why they didn't use the Captain Rex elbows like they did on Commander Bly. Because that got a good 45 degrees and it worked very well. So we do have to wait to see how the articulation on this figure actually is, and just hope it's good. But on the other hand, the Kamino Clone Trooper was mostly seen in the Fives arc in season 6. So is this confirming a Black Series 5's figure? I don't know. The next reveal during the live stream is the carbonized Darth Vader. And one thing I'm a little confused about is why they didn't announce this with the other two carbonized figures, the Stormtrooper and Boba Fett. And I don't know, it looks weird. It's not really carbonized to me. It just looks like it's blue. It doesn't look like the shiny like it's supposed to look like carbonized, but the box does look cool in the blue color. And I guess we'll just have to wait to see to get it in person to see how good this paint job actually looks. I do believe this is the Vader's Wrath helmet mold though, and it does look good. I think that is the best helmet mold so far. And yeah, it looks very good. So this next reveal is a pretty cool reveal. They took the original Black Series Boba Fett helmet and they changed it to make it the prototype armor. And basically what they did is they took out the dent in the top, and yeah, so it's just all white now. And one thing I thought was weird about this is this one's only retailing for $100, where the original Boba Fett was retailing for $120. And I am a little bit confused about this, why they wouldn't release it for $120 as well, or why the original Boba Fett isn't released for $100. And I guess it's alright. I'm not complaining about getting the same helmet for cheaper. But I am excited about this helmet because I know one good thing this would be for is painting it and customizing it. You could make various different style Mandalorian helmets. I bet you could make a pretty cool Death Watch helmet from the based off the Mandalorian TV show, and that'd be pretty cool. I don't have a whole lot of complaints with it. But this next reveal, I do have a few complaints with. It is the like original Kenner style inspired like bounty hunter dudes, and I'm not sure how I feel about this. They kind of brought up the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Boba Fett, and I was super excited. Like, oh, are they bringing this out? And they didn't. They just talked about it inspiring these two figures. And then they showed the figures off, and I'll put up a picture. But it is literally, to me, I couldn't tell you the difference between the original figure and this figure. That's how I feel like little of a difference there is. I could be wrong. You could call me out in the comments for it, but this just doesn't have a whole lot of appeal to me. It looks, I mean, for one, these aren't very popular figures or characters in the first place. And second, there's not a whole lot of variation in the colors to make it, I think, worth it. But on the other hand, I bet there's a lot of people who had the original figures back in the 80s and they could have a lot of nostalgia for it. So I think it's to each their own. This is one of the more exciting reveals. It is the D4 Luke and Yoda combo from Dagobah. And I gotta say, this is an interesting idea. I do like it. And I think it was pulled off very well. It's just the price. I believe it was rumored for $50. And I think they just announced it for $45. And just for me, I think $45 for that is quite expensive. I know it does have a lot of accessories, and it comes with technically two figures, but I just feel like so pretty much they're charging 20 for Yoda or 20 for Luke and 15 for Yoda, and I still find it hard to believe that somebody's willing to pay $15 or even 20 for like the normal release or archive release of Yoda. I mean, it's a cool figure and all, but like I don't think it's worth $20. It's a little tiny Yoda compared to you can get any other normal size figure for $20. And I do think that's why this figure was decreased to $15, kind of. But I still think that it is not worth the $45. I think I would have gone with the $35 to $40 range. I know that's only $10 to $15, but I do think it would make a huge difference. And then the last reveal, and maybe the biggest, is the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Han Solo and Carbonite is finally being released in the normal and like into the normal public, and it is going into the Empire Strikes Back 40th anniversary wave, and I'm super happy with this. I don't know if it's confirmed for wave 2 or 3. If I had to guess, it would be wave 3, but I'm not really sure. And this does bring a little bit of hope that they release a Boba Fett in the 40th anniversary wave, because that would be very cool. Because I've been looking for a normal Boba Fett for a while now, and the original Boba Fett is way too expensive, and it's kind of hard to find one that isn't a knockoff. And then the archive one goes for a lot of money as well. So I am really hoping that they release it in the 40th anniversary wave, and I definitely think they will, because you saw Yoda and X-Wing Luke in both Empire Strikes Back wave, like they've been announced for the wave 2, but you also saw them in the archive wave and earlier waves before that. So I do definitely think that they will bring Boba Fett out into the normal, into the Empire Strikes Back wave 3.